Defense attorney Janet Johnson and private investigator Vincent Hill join me now to discuss this tragic situation. So, Vincent, I'll start with you. From an investigative perspective, at least they know they're honing in. They're talking about the mud and other items. Take us through what they're going to do so that they can find who would do that to this little girl.
Right, Joey. I think what police need to do now is start re-canvassing, re-interviewing people, pay particular attention to the events of Sunday. I believe there was a sighting of her that Sunday afternoon by a neighbor. You want to look for anybody who may have left the trailer park and has not been home since then. I believe police are going to start eliminating people through DNA as well.
Absolutely. And Vincent, you know, what I'm heartened by is apparently, and Janet, I'll go to you with this, is that the community's been really participating in this. And normally, and you and I know a lot about this, search warrants.
Yeah.
Usually you have to get a search warrant, you have to go before a judge. They've been volunteering, Janet, to give the information and to let them into their homes. So what happens now?
Well, it reminds me of the Casey Anthony case. At that point, it wasn't Casey, it was Kaylee Anthony. When she went missing, the entire city of Orlando was looking for little Kaylee. And then, of course, what they end up doing sometimes is looking closest to home. And we've already seen some information about her dad. I suspect he's going to be one of the main people. Their polygraphs being taken. I'm a little surprised that they're already saying, no, we know this is a homicide and it couldn't possibly be an accident. That's what I'd want to know.
Sure. You know what? I want to go to soundbite. Before I do, I just want to say this about this case. Unlike that case, Janet, with Casey Anthony, Kaylee Anthony, what happens is we have a body here, and I think that'll be a treasure trove of information in terms of getting DNA evidence, the autopsy, the cause of death. A lot of that's to be discovered. So let's listen to this soundbite about the cause of death, and we'll come back and discuss it.
It's an elimination process. We're not in accusatory mode at all. The parents are cooperative. I'm not going to get into a situation right now where I say these folks have been cleared and they're put aside. We're no longer going to consider anything going on here. I can't say that right now because, quite frankly, we don't have a determination as to cause of death.
All right, Vincent, so no determination at this point as to cause of death. I assume there will be at some point very soon once they do that autopsy. But let's piece this together now, because you want to get accountability. You talked about the neighbors and interviewing them. What else do they have to do? Surveillance video, anything else that would give those police clues, Vincent, as to what's gone on here?
Well, I think they would have to start from inside the home out. We're talking about a 6-year-old who mysteriously just went out to play by herself on a Sunday morning. And the parents didn't report her until later that night. So anytime you have a case like this, you want to look from the inside out and start eliminating those closest to her first.
Got to do it. And Janet, you know what? It's baffling a little bit, but, you know, I don't want to be accusatory towards anyone. But to Vincent's point, look at the inside out. What about the parents, Janet? What about potential sex offenders? What do they need to do to get justice?
Right. Well, and the parents have been cooperative, but when I hear him say we're not clearing them, but we're not saying they're suspects, I think that means they're suspects, and he doesn't want to tip them off that they're being looked at that closely. I mean, I think it's great if you can get them to cooperate. You don't want to spook them, but yeah, they're suspects. They're number one, number two.
Absolutely, Janet. And what also concerns me, Vincent, is, and I know this was in the past, but the father's past here regarding the incidents and, you know, what he did in terms of the molestation, his prior criminal record, that certainly would be a red flag to me.
Oh, definitely. As an investigator, that would be the biggest red flag. I mean, I believe his other alleged victim was a relative of his as well. So, again, start from the inside out and then conduct your investigation.
100%. And Janet, quickly, how concerned are you about the past record here? Again, not that I'm pointing it directly to him, but certainly it raises major red flags in the case.
Right. Well, I'm conflicted because as a defense attorney, I want to say, well, that's in his past, you know, put that behind him. But I think the victim was 8 years old. We do find with sex offenders that they offend the same age over and over. This child's getting close to that age. That is a concern, and I think that's number one.
Absolutely. A lot more to discuss about this case. Vincent, thank you. Janet, thank you. Don't go anywhere. Susan.